Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, your bro, your favorite cousin, DiiJai The Singer, and I'm back with another review.
If you show me, I will do it. Baby, if you teach me how to love you, I will do it. All the pain you've been through, I refuse to take you through it. Baby, if you teach me how to love you, I will do it. I promise I'll prove it. Such a salient pain.
If you're returning, hey cousin, and if you're brand new here, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and turn on your notifications so you can be the first to be notified when I drop new content. Because you already know it's no channel like mine. Go ahead and get you a drink, kick your feet up, because we're family now. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow me on all of my social media at DiiJai The Singer, as you can see in the top corner. You guys, I've been following Cardi's rollout since she announced the release date of her sophomore album, Am I the Drama? And with everything that I've seen in the media as of late, I think the answer to that question is yes. Everything from her altercation with Ra Ali to her beefing with some of the other rap girls to her even recently announcing her pregnancy of her fourth child to Stephon Diggs and Offset having a mild temper tantrum in the media. Like, I'm gonna be honest, yes, Cardi is the drama. She knows how to sell a moment. And when this rollout initially rolled out, I have to admit, I was definitely concerned. I didn't know what it was gonna give, but I have to admit, sis has definitely been out here pushing this album. I know later on today she'll be on the Breakfast Club, and I'm not gonna hold you guys long because I do have to be up early in the morning to go to work, but I at least wanted to get on here and review the album with you guys. This is my first listen. Before I start playing the music, let me just go ahead and say I do not own any of the rights to this music. I do not own the rights to this album. Listen, I'm doing this for us. I'm a fan. I've been following Cardi since the beginning, so I'm glad that she finally came out with the sophomore album. It's finally here. Will it live up to its expectations? I don't know. I've heard nothing but good reviews so far, so we're gonna go ahead and get into track one. Track one is called Dead with Summer Walker.
Grammy Award-winning recording artist Cardi B, known for her chart-topping hits.
And y'all don't talk about me. I'm hungry. It's late, okay? Real quick, listening to Summer's verse, it sounds like Cardi wrote it. I don't know if Summer has any writing credits on this album, but it sounds like Cardi wrote this. I'm listening. It's something about that pull that lace front off their head that's absolutely comical to me. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you first of all. So that was track one. That was Dead. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. Summer was cool, and I know Cardi said she was having issues getting people to be a part of this album. She kind of went through the same thing with the first one, where people just doubted her ability, doubted the project. So she called in Who Came, and Who Came is who ended up on the album. I honestly feel like she could have gotten somebody better to sing that hook. I'm gonna be honest with you. Follow me. I may be a little old school, but I can hear Lil Mo singing that hook. It sounds like Lil Mo. It sounds like Lil Mo would take it in, da, 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 like she would take it and kill it. So Yeah, but she talking her big one on this one. This kind of reminds me of Get Up 10, almost the sequel to Get Up 10. You know, she's kind of talking about where she is right now. The haters been doubting her. Somebody mentioned to me, and I don't know how true this is, but somebody mentioned to me that this intro was about Bia. I don't know how true it is, but from what I read, there are diss tracks for Bia, JT, and potentially what's that girl's name? She just had the baby, Coi Leray. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Like I said, she wants to know, is she the drama? I'm gonna tell you right now that first track sets the tone. So we're gonna go ahead and get into track 2, which is Hello. Now, I remember her previewing this song at a fashion show, I believe. No, it wasn't a fashion show. It was some major sports event. And she was walking down this long runway in this black. Oh God, that dress was gorgeous. But yeah, and she was walking down, the runway. It's me, hello. It's me, hello. So before we get into it, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I can easily see this being a huge song on social media, a huge song on TikTok. So this is track 2, Hello. Like I said, y'all don't talk about me eating my cookies. I was hungry. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this song is definitely going to be big in the club. I don't know why they didn't push this as the first single. I'm gonna keep listening though. Oh, well, that's probably why right there. Okay, so okay, so that was Hello. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like I said earlier, that definitely is gonna be one that's big in the club. Hello, I'm going to give it a 9 because I definitely was turned. I want to hear it live. I think it'll be a lot more lit live. It definitely is one of those songs where I could tell she kind of held back in the studio, kind of like with Outside. She kind of held back in the studio. And I'm gonna tell you this part too. That whole da 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 da. Like, I'm not listening to an album full of that. No shade, Barty Gang. I'm just saying, I'm not listening to an album full of that because we got it on Outside and then we got it on Hello. So hopefully the flow switches up throughout the rest of the album. But Hello is not a bad song. It definitely is a song I could see having some major appeal. You could possibly see the people walking out. What is it? WWF, WWE. I don't watch wrestling, but yeah, like you can see the people walking out to that. I can see somebody walking out to that if they had a talk show, award show. Like it's definitely that song, and I can definitely see it being big on TikTok within the next couple weeks. So we're gonna get into track 3. This is Magnet. What's that song? It's a rap song. Is da 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 da. If somebody knows the name of that song, put it down in the comments. I can't think of the name of it, but that's what this sounds like. It'd be a cool little mashup. I wear the pants like I'm Kamala. I'm sure Kamala is somewhere listening to this like, wow, I finally made it to a rap song. My impact. Hmm. Her impact's bigger than Garfield, I can tell you that, but that's a whole other conversation for another day. Y'all will not be the reason I lose my job, but we're going to talk about it at some point. We're going to talk about it. Whoa! Wait. Whoa! Wait a minute. Let's take that back. Hold up. Let's go back. Yeah, that definitely was about JT. That definitely was about JT and about Uzi Vert because you know everybody's been saying that Uzi is part of the Rainbow Coalition and JT just kind of puts up with it among other things. So yeah, that definitely was a shot at JT. I ain't gonna lie, that bar was kind of hard. Listen, in hip hop there are no rules. Just don't talk about the kids. But there are no rules. And so yeah. All right, Barty. All right. Okay. All right. So that was Magnet. I'm going to tell you right now, simply because of that one bar, this one gets a 10 for me. You know, like I said, I recognize Cardi is not, she's not a serious rapper, but I can tell with this album, she wants to be taken seriously as a rapper. This song had bars, so this gets a 10 for me. By the way, y'all like my shirt? If you know where it came from. This is my Breonna Taylor t-shirt. I personally made it for my music video for Voicemail. If you haven't seen it, go to my YouTube channel and watch it right now. I have an album coming out later on this year, and I want you guys to check that out and go ahead and get acclimated with the music before it drops. But we're going to go ahead and get into track 4, which is Pick It Up with Selena Gomez. I was interested to hear what this one was going to sound like when I found out that she was a feature on the album. So let's get into it. This is Pick It Up. Hold on, wait, y'all. Okay, so first of all, what I'm about to say, I know somebody's gonna take it as me being shady, but I'm really not. So Selena Gomez, hearing her curse on this record, I see Selena Gomez as still that Disney kid. Like I see her as this cute Christian girl that was dating Justin Bieber. You know, it's almost like I'm not even gonna say that because somebody's gonna think I'm being shady, but I'm really not. Like the point that I'm making is she's just really, really sweet. I was gonna compare her to a Pokemon. It's almost like, okay, for all my Pokemon heads out there, imagine Jigglypuff getting into a physical altercation with somebody. Like Jigglypuff is out there like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't see that for Selena Gomez. And so to hear her curse on this, you know, it's kind of interesting. But like I said, I want to hear the rest of it. She sounds good though. I gotta give her that. She does sound good. She sounds mature. And sidebar, isn't she a mom? If she's a mom, I can definitely tell because her tone is a lot darker than it was on the debut album. If you heard the debut album, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Her tone was really light. It wasn't fully developed yet. You know, when a woman has a kid, obviously I'm not a woman, but you hear it with Monica, Beyonce, Kiki Wyatt even, you know, their vocal cords tend to thicken up and their tone gets a little bit darker. There's a little bit more weight to it. And so that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Her tone is wonderful on this.
the keys on this.
Little Miss Ugly. I don't see nothing but broke bitches loving me. Most of these bitches can't even have company. Why can't we pick it up like a bitch just dropped it? Pick it up like we just went shopping. Pick it up if that bitch keep calling. Or pick it up like we went off topic. Trying to be mad, but whenever he pick me up, I wanna put it down. And he be up in it like I think I like it. Yeah, I think I'm about to go look around. But why you so fine, mine? I don't have the time. They just gotta book me now. I mean, that nigga changed me. I get up and clean the shit. I even be cooking now. And I still ain't find nobody who do it like you. I tried, but the dick wasn't as good. Gotta be satisfied. He don't hit the finish line. So baby, tell me how you feeling like. And when I call you better.
That. I love that.
Messy up, let me know if it's a dub. I said your love, it's like a drug. You got me stuck, so pick it up. Pick it up, when we left off, can give it up. Messy up, let me know if it's a dub. I said your love, it's like a drug. You got me stuck, so pick it up.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna say Pick It Up is cute. Pick It Up is cute. I'm going to give it an 8. Um, I don't really have much critique for it. I can tell it's a filler track. It's not a single. But it's cute. It's not a bad song. Track 5 is International Player. Why do I keep calling it International Players? Imaginary Players. Like I told y'all when I did my initial review, I called it everything under the sun, but its actual title. So Imaginary Players is track 5. We're going to skip through that because that was a single, and I'm just giving y'all a heads up too. I'm going to also skip through the other singles on this album. I'm going to skip through Outside. I'm going to skip through Up, and I'm going to also skip through WAP with Megan Thee Stallion. So we're just going to go ahead and go over to track 6, which is Bodega Baddie. I think this was one of the ones Cardi wanted for a single too. And to be completely honest, when it leaked, I had mixed reviews. I've heard people from New York say if you're not from New York, it's not going to make sense. So we're going to dive into Bodega Baddie and see what it's really giving for real, on the real.
Bodega Body.
Yes.
That's what it's giving me. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all right now with Bodega Baddie on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 9 because I was bopping. Okay, now if I was in the middle of, heated fellowship, I would definitely flip to the next record, but it's a cool bop. And a few things came to mind when I listened to this. So I definitely thought about the visual of her standing on top of the car. I think she was signing autographs or she was giving out copies of her album earlier this week when she was in the schoolgirl outfit. She looked like she went to Catholic school. But yeah, so a couple things came to mind. I saw myself at somebody's bar, eating quesadillas and tacos and sipping tequila. I saw Super Mario. That's what this kind of gave me. It also gave me Kung Fu to a certain degree. I saw a few different things, but I will tell you, big ups to Cardi for trying something new, for expanding her sound. Big ups to Cardi for really and truly experimenting. I can tell this album, first of all, sophomore album for any artist is major, but for Cardi to be such a risk taker on this album, I have to give it to her. So yeah, this track is a 9 for me. Track 7 is Salute. Let's see what that's about.
You mean to tell me you die over the whole everybody fucking that's the end of discussion? Bitch like me that came out the mud, might help somebody out, cause I came up for nothing. Big body and a big body bands with a big body kid for the lane of a son. He getting mad, won't give him my number. Cup in the middle, got me feeling the summer.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell y'all about this song. So, what the vibe is giving me, I hadn't even really fully gotten into the subject matter yet, but I'm gonna tell y'all what this vibe is giving me. This is giving me ride past your house late at night in an unmarked car, cause I'm getting ready to kick down your door and pop whoever's over there in the face. If I was still in that point in my life, this is definitely what I would play on the way there. You know, you got cigar in one hand, you know, you might have a little swish or something under the seat, you know what I'm saying? Just to give you a little bit of liquid courage. And you pulling up unannounced to catch them in the act.
Come on, Flo.
I like this song.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Salute. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Salute gets a 10 for me. That's going on my playlist tonight. That one right there, that's a bop. That's a bop. I can see all the girls. I mean, listen, it's a song for the girlies. So, but that one right there, yeah, Cardi did her thing, and that flow, she's grown as an artist. This second album, like I said, for any artist, the second album is major. The fact that Cardi literally has, I don't know why she was afraid to put this out. I mean, like I said, from what I've heard one or two fillers, you know, all albums have them. But this is not a bad album. This really is not a bad album. I'm actually rather impressed. So we're going to get into track 8. This is Safe with Kehlani. Kehlani makes a reappearance. She was on the first album on the song Ring. And so she's back with Safe. I think this is her new single. And just a FYI, I will be reviewing the music video tomorrow. I'm only going to do this review tonight. I'm going to put it up. And then when I get off of work tomorrow, I'll come back and review the music video. But this is Safe.
Yeah.
This is going on my playlist too because I like this already.
Yeah.
Listen, it's one of them. Yeah, yeah. The video features Don Benjamin. If you remember Don Benjamin being with Keisha Cole, I think they did some. No, he was in her Point of No Return anthology, her music video anthology. So yeah, for that album. But Safe is a bop. Safe is a bop. That's a 10 for me. Easy. Like I told y'all, that's going on my playlist tonight. And when I get off of here, I'm probably going to go play it again because you know when I like something, I want to play it again. And yeah, like I can relate to that. Like in any of my relationships, I've never been with anybody that made me feel safe. You know, it was cool while it lasted, but then yeah. So easily became somebody I used to know. But that's a whole other conversation for another day, darling, for another day. All right, so the next track we're gonna get into is Man of Your Word.
Man on my way, you used to think. Now all I do is apologize for everything. How many times can I say sorry and I mean it? How many times can I take my love for you as a weakness? How many times I'm ignoring all your friends that seen it? How many times have I misunderstood the meaning of loving? My eyes closed. You
I love the production on this.
Nigga, no you don't. Last time you fucked up, said I was done. Fucked up again, I took you back, shit I was dumb. I held back for you, was really biting my tongue. Should've fell back from you, instead I gave you a son. I don't regret it, it's a blessing. Just know I learned my lesson, so stop with all that calling me and texting. All the times you say you was locked in, late night sessions, only thing they need to drop is your confessions. Nigga, I believe you. Don't know if I'm mad at me or you. Once upon a time I thought I needed you. Even though I'm up, I always treat you like we even do. See what special treatment do? I could've cheated too. Been on my way, you used to think.
Okay, so based on the lyrical content, it's obvious that she's talking about Offset. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even blame Cardi for circling the block on a Sagittarius because Sagittarius for me, I'm a Leo. For those of you that did not know, and so a Sag for me is my zodiac weakness. Like we're zodiac soulmates. So a Sag really and truly can get me to do just about anything, and yeah, I've had a couple of instances with a Sag or two or three. Please don't let me get to four. But I've had a couple of instances with a Sag. My two best friends are Sages. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you know, you know. Put your experience that you've had with a Sag in the comment section. Because like I said, if you know, you know.
Now all I do is apologize for everything. How many times can I say sorry and I mean it? How many times can I take my love for you as a weakness? How many times I'm ignoring all your friends that seen it? How many times have I misunderstood the meaning of loving? My eyes closed. You said you love me. Nigga, no you don't. 7 years, I admit, it wasn't all bad. The skeletons in my closet too. It wasn't all bad. As a wife, I should've realized when you was hurt. But instead, I put my music first. Damn, there was things said, and that's when I heard about all these hoes in my kin bed. But since I had a ring, I never wanted no ring can. And now I got a ring on every finger, but the one on my ring hand. Shit, it's funny how things stand out. You was my twin, you was my person. So you was me, but the evil version. I really hope you find love. I hope you find a good spirit. I hope you satisfy your needs and everything that I did it. And I mean that it's a lot of pressure when I bitch your icon. I know things could've been perfect in a different lifetime, but I really do wish you the best. Continue being a winner. And if I had one wish, I only wish you would've been a man on my way. You used to think. Now all I do is apologize for everything. How many times can I say sorry and I mean it? How many times can I take my love for you as a weakness? How many times I'm ignoring all your friends that seen it? How many times have I misunderstood the meaning of loving? My eyes closed.
Eyes
You said
closed.
you love me. Nigga, no you don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Like on that nigga, no you don't. Like I would have loved for her and whoever's singing on this to go back and forth. That's the R&B singer in me. Like I literally would have taken that and we would have been going to church. But this song is a 10 for me. It's a story. It's a beautiful story. It's a painful story, but the way she told it is beautiful. I know there are some people that are going to criticize her flow on this particular record because it does sound like she just throwing out the words. But as a writer, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you just need that moment. Sometimes you just need that moment just to get it out. And listening to the tone on this record, she's in pain. You can hear the pain all up in her vocals. I don't know if she had a screaming match with him beforehand, but I literally see her in the studio, eyes all red. I don't know if she, put past, but if she did, eyes red, she been crying, she been screaming, emotions all over the place, and she got in that studio and she did what she needed to do. She did what she needed to do. So, Man of Your Word is a 10 for me. Actually, it's my favorite thus far. I'm not even gonna flex. So we're gonna get into track 10, What's Going On, featuring Lizzo. We are halfway through the album, y'all.
Come on, Lizzo.
He stopped calling. Was away come to me in the morning. No vacay shit got boring. Ain't shit a bitch like me normal. Ain't going out getting impatient. He dragging, I ain't racing. He stopped sharing his location. I wonder why he got short conversations.
Stop. All right. Now this is definitely about Offset too. And just by the first couple bars. But is it me? Or does this sound like Megan wrote it? Or did Party write it? Because this sounds like Megan. This sounds like it potentially could have been a Megan Thee Stallion song, or she potentially could have been featured on it.
What happened? We not laughing. Stop grandma as we passing. Was eventually dead, just acting. Anniversary gifts started lacking. What's going on? I ain't never knew you. Didn't think about giving up too soon. When I open my mouth, it's truthful. Nigga was needed this pussy like you used to. I told his ass he cared for me. I guess he thought I wouldn't practice what I preach. Unless it's not so many times that you got the bull. Shit almost to a bitch down. See, that's what love could do. Like every day a new lie. You fucking think with your eyes. How can you treat me like that ain't shit? Nigga, on our wedding day, you cry. You wrote down some beautiful vows. Gave my first beautiful child. Told me was quiet for all of these hoes. Couldn't find out you were the one loud. Still I stay. I don't regret it. Still ain't cheat. I ain't get credit. It's all my truth. And I ain't get edit. I stood on shit like yeah, I said it. Still like
He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me. Yeah, that's what it's giving.
what you did is what I call payback.
Hold up.
I told his ass he cared for me.
This is what it's giving.
Practice what I preach. Unless it's not so many times that he got comfortable. Shit almost to a bitch down. See, that's what love could do. When I step outside, I listen to my heart and it don't feel right. Got me feeling just a little peculiar. I'm trying to put you on last time, but then you did too much and you crossed that line. Now I scream the top of my lungs, the fuck is going on?
Oh, it don't even work. But it's definitely one of those. Put your lighters up.
I told his ass he cared for me. I guess he thought I wouldn't practice what I preach. Unless it's not so many times that he got comfortable. Shit almost to a
Come on.
that's what love could do.
Listen. What's going on is easily on a scale of 1 to 10 and 11 for me. It's an 11. This is one of those put your lighters in the air and like we're going in. I would not be surprised if that is a single later on. I would not be surprised if Cardi does a visual for that. I would not be surprised if Cardi has a K Michelle moment and breaks down every single time she has to perform that record. Kind of like how Kay used to do whenever she would perform Better Than Nothing. We're going to get into track 11, Shower Tears. I know Cardi B mentioned this song when she was talking to Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland was quite fond of the title. This is featuring Summer Walker. So let's see what she's talking about on Shower Tears. I'm sure this is a record about Offset too. Which isn't a bad thing. We know why she made the album.
We should be good by now. We should be good. We should be good by now. We should be good. What is love? What's the reason? What's the meaning?
Oh!
That shit is conflicting like a
Bitch, this shit is drugs. You gon' have your way with me until I had enough. You keep thinking I'm calling your bluff. Hold that on your line. Fuck is on your mind. You so arrogant. This shit is embarrassing. please. Give it up. Sometimes I wanna fuck you up, sometimes I wanna fuck. Should I take a handful of pills to let you know that it's real? Then let you feel
Some others pain
Come on,
that I
church
feel
choir.
about to turn to the
liquor. From how she came that you licked her. I know you fuck because you overtipped her. Nigga, how you texting bitches from my bed? All these years, all these shower tears that I done shed. I'm on the edge, just the last straw, you got me fed.
Oh.
question us again, then
This shit is dead. Where we gonna do this? Heat of the moment, let it burn.
Bruh.
So foolish. I know love ain't supposed to hurt. We should be good by now. We should be good. We should be good by now. We should be good. Where we gonna do this? Heat of the moment, let it burn. Got me so foolish. I know love ain't supposed to hurt. We should be good by now. We should be good. We should be good by now. We should be good. Yeah.
Listen, Shower Tears is a single. Apparently, I was too into it because I clearly knocked my earphones out of my ear. Y'all, bruh, for real, Becca Lee's, bruh, Shower Tears is that one. I don't care. It needs to be a single at some point. I gotta hear it. I need to hear it on the radio. Like, we gotta get a budget behind it. Like, we gotta do the things. Cause that one right there, Shower Tears is one of those ones. And yeah, I felt that. Okay, so this is going in my basket of favorites. This is going in my basket of favorites. This is going right along with Man of Your Word and What's Going On and Safe. Like this little not trilogy, but this little sweet ear. Yeah. All right, so track 12 is Outside. I told y'all we were going to skip over that. Let's get into Pretty and Petty. Somebody mentioned that this was one of the stronger tracks on the record. So let's get into this.
I'm pretty and I'm petty as fuck. I'm pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Hosting they ready enough. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. When I walk a bitch down, it be sexy as fuck. Name 5 beer songs, gun pointing to your head. Bow, I'm dead. The melatonin flow printing so bad. I'm doing you a favor if they run me my bread. Pop shit about that's only thing that I do. Every time I pray, I thank God I'm not you. I'd rather die on the surgery table. I gotta walk around here looking like you. You wanna beef with me? Are you sure? Do she even
Are you sure?
Sweat me, cause boy, just a big laptop. Be a laboratory. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Hosting they ready enough. You a fake ghetto bitch and I don't like them. Your mama used to fuck around with white men. Disgusting. Girl, you trapped and I hate when a bitch think she cute cause she light skin. Talking about culture, you wildin'. Look, me boy, you Italian. I'm Cardi B, shorty. Who you wanna be, shorty? You from Boston? Let's have a little tea party.
why you got kicked out of that Congo?
Oh, this is definitely my what's her face.
Why you always at Diddy house? I heard it come that little kitty out. Tell these folks what it's really about. Why you all on people's face with that shitty mouth? Diarrhea beer, breath so stale, you can smell it before you see I'm like, weave to the floor, I'm like, make it hate me even more, I'm like, hoes easy to ignore, it's been 2 years since you put a number on the board. I'm a bad bitch and you mad, cause you built like your dad. Your dad me unemployed, they only book you when they can afford coy. Look, I got one album and I'm upstairs, got a watch cost more than your cut bill. My ass off here, it feels dumb real. Practice on your shit, you need a conceal. 32 and you can act me on your face. Daddy bitch, go and change your pillowcase. Look, I'm an icon, I'm a legend. I mean, girl, you a graduate. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Hosting they ready enough. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. When I walk a bitch down, it be sexy as fuck. Real bad bitch and you mad, cause you built like your dad. I heard a bitch looking for me. Hey, girl, I'm at the back where you at. Hey, you a broke bad bitch, let me see you clap. You a broke bad bitch, let me see you clap. You a broke bad bitch, let me see you clap. Let me see you clap. Let me see you clap. Little dirty ass bitch, let me see you clap. It's the Brim Reaper, bitch. You thought I was gonna let you slide, hoe? I told you, bitch, I was gonna reply on my time, bitch. Are you dumb? Told you don't ever mention my kids, bitch. Do this and beat me.
She told us early, if a chick got beef with me, we gonna be beefing.
Yeah.
And clearly that's what she meant. I think I said earlier, kids were off limits, but clearly Bia at some point crossed the line and said something about this girl's kids. So she coming for her head. And I heard Coil Ray being mentioned too. And is it me? Or did certain aspects of the flow give you Little Kim, the Notorious K.I.M. era? That's what I got from this. So And the fact that you sat up there and said that girl was built like her daddy, bruh, I instantly thought about Peter Griffin. That's a bad visual. I've never seen this girl's dad, but yeah. So that was Pretty and Petty. I'm gonna give it an 8. I was bopping. I was bopping. Better Than You. I heard Better Than You is another one that's a pretty dope record. This is featuring Cash Cobain. This is track 14. Kelly Rowland said she liked this one. That's who it was.
This my party.
No bitch better than you, get more better than you. Hating ass bitches talk shit on the net, but none of it ever be true. Ain't no bitch better than you, ain't no bitch got swagger like you. And me bitches be all talk, but none of that better than you. No bitch fucking with you, know how to other like you, know how to bust it like you. Can't do skin teeth, body teeth, these hoes ain't nothing like you. Downstairs like Krispies, bitch please, nobody running like you. Like damn, who you know got it like you? Who you know pop it like you? Who you know soon as you walk in the spot, man, niggas hard stop like you. Nigga bitches hard drop like you, giving them hell non-stop like you. These bitches is not like you, came straight from the bottom of the dirt, came out on top like you. And it's pain cause you put another work, can't no nigga process you, can't no nigga pop it than you. Got your own function popping it too. Please don't argue with me, ain't no bitch harder to see. Like damn.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this song definitely has replay value. I would definitely put this on my playlist and ride to it. This is definitely one of those songs that you in a Cutlass, Bubble, or the Box, and you got all the windows down, and you got the loudspeaker system, and you sipping on a Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? You got the things and the things and the things, and you riding through the city looking pretty in your six. But I just playing. But seriously, like it's one of those songs. Like it's a smooth ride. So I'm gonna definitely give this one a 9. This one's a bop. This album is actually surprising me. I really could have heard Mariah Carey or Ariana Grande on the hook of that. Especially when Cardi started singing, I was like, yeah, this is easily Mariah, Ariana. This is right up their lane. We're gonna get into track 15. This is On My Back featuring Lourdes. Oh, come on, sample. This is going on my playlist tonight. So, two things real quick. Is it me or am I the only one that could hear Tupac rapping on this? And if not Tupac, definitely Biggie. But then, secondly, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that she's rapping about Stefan. He been in the picture.
In this pussy, spike the ball, end zone, touchdown in this pussy. Soon as I see you, you get jumped on. Yeah, I ain't like a nigga like this in dumb long. And wherever you at is where I wanna be, nigga. I'm on your dick, I wanna hold it when you pee, nigga. Is this for real or is it just
Wow.
you? Yeah, I'm a real picky bitch, but I pick you. You know it's deep when y'all go to sleep on FaceTime. Hit it from the back while you rub it at the same time. Let me on my back while you be fucking me. Chain swinging in my face, Jesus, peace be headbutting me. Ow.
Okay, so that one I'm gonna easily give it 1 to 10. That one is a bop. I definitely am bopping with it. I don't know who Lord is, but like I said, it's obvious that she is rapping about Stefan, and all I'm gonna say is for you to want to hold it while he urinates. What? Like, bruh, you really gotta like the person. That's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't like nobody that much, but whatever. So we're gonna get into track 16. This is Every Time.
Somebody better get her 'cause she out here looking fine. Better pop your shit because
First of all, this woo, where's Sexy Red? Because this is right up her alley.
the way these diamonds hitting bitches, damn, you're going blind. Like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time. Nigga lose me, you know that nigga out his mind. Tell her make a hit, she in the stool just wasting time. If I take a nigga, I don't wanna hear no crime. 'Cause I ain't say shit when hoes was out your fucking mind. Look, outside running, I'ma shine all summer. Badass bitch, I know that every nigga wanna. Real fine shit, man, I get it from my mother. I'm a demon, I'll fuck your eye band, fuck your brother. Bottle after bottles in this motherfucker. All my friends tears look like models in this motherfucker. Oh, throwing ass, need some dollars in this motherfucker. Bad yellow bitch, look like Lotto in this motherfucker.
Go out,
Better get her 'cause she out
side, out,
pop your shit because I'm
side.
The way these diamonds hitting bitches, damn, you're going blind. Like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time. Nigga lose me, you know that nigga out his mind. Tell her make a hit, she in the stool just wasting time. If I take a nigga, I don't wanna hear no crime. 'Cause I ain't say shit when hoes was out your fucking mind. New bag, new ice, shitting on these bitches whole life. Fat ass, wanna bite for a bad bitch, I'm a whole diet. If I hit the club, I'm going home with a stripper. Got a banging body, then I'm on it like some glitter. Maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm tripping. I let you have the nigga, huh? How come you ain't with him? I'm somewhere on the musty coast, tanning someone naked. You somewhere on the water, bro. Bitches must be pregnant. Y'all fucking on my ex now, damn, y'all must be desperate. R.I.P. to OG Macko, who the baddest bitch you guessed it? Bottle after bottles in this motherfucker. All my friends bad, look like models in this motherfucker. Bitches throwing ass, need some dollars in this motherfucker. Bad yellow bitch, look like Lotto in this motherfucker. The baddest bitch. Grim Reaper, yeah. Party. Not your girl.
So I hope her nickname is not the Grim Reaper because that's nothing to be proud of. But I get the correlation. Now, this song for me, I'm gonna easily give it a 7. I wanted to give it a 6, but I couldn't help but bop to it. I see a couple of things. First of all, I'm gonna give it a 7 because the production sounds just like Outside. Um, but I will also say something that Cardi said early on. She had a record for everybody. You have your love making records. You have your, put a finger in a chick's face and mush her one good time and punch her in the titties. You have that record. You have the record for the strip club. You have the records you could ride to, the records you could, I can't say this on YouTube because they might take my video down and probably ban my page. But you get where I'm going with this. So I definitely like the variety of sounds. I do like the fact that she definitely took risks on this album. Like I said, I think the most diverse song sonically is Bodega Betty. But we're going to go ahead and keep going because we're almost at the end. This is track 17. This is Check Please. Definitely giving Grim Reaper tease.
Y'all niggas ain't doing the numbers that my last did. You hate on me, you see how the last bitch did. You think you seen Cardi B, then bitch you bugging. I got more money than the niggas that you be fucking. I got champagne in the fridge, you know how I live. My crib look like the mall look like the crib. The reason bitches got deals for like the last few years. You sound anything like Cardi B, sound right here. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Let's go. I need more money than promises this year. Let's go. I still get big bitch head, nigga. Let's go. Stick in my lab blood like a dick. Oh shit, let's go. You bitches is done eating, tell them check please. You bitches is done eating, tell them check please. Done eating these hoes, tell them check please. Baby check please. Check, check, check. Need my check please. Need my neck freeze. This that wet pussy. Get your jet skis. Pull up like 100 bands, just me and my man. Got a stick in my pants, light you like a lamp. I've been feeling like a bad bitch all goddamn day. If you ain't my bitch, you just a bitch in the goddamn way. You say you die for your respect, let's find out and see. They say Red Bull give you wings, so does Cardi B. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Let's go. I need more money than promised this year. Let's go. I still get big bitch head, nigga. Let's go. Stick in my lab blood like a dick. Oh shit, let's go. You bitches is done eating, tell them check please. You bitches is done eating, tell them check please. Done eating these hoes, tell them check please. Baby check please. Check, check, check.
Okay, so Check Please. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Check Please. I'm gonna give it easily. I'm gonna rate it the lowest. I mean it's different, but I'm gonna give it a 5. It was not my favorite. My head was definitely bobbing, but I'll definitely tell you it's a song that I felt right along with the one with Selena Gomez and maybe one or two others that I felt like could have been left off the album. But I also understand why she put it on there. But yeah, so this is one of the tracks that I was desperate to hear. This is Principal featuring Miss Jackson, Janet Demita Joe Jackson. Don't disappoint me, Cardi. Don't disappoint me.
Yeah. Look. Look. If you say you had a girl like me, I know you lying. It's time to catch a lick, boy. I be shooting while you drop. Hey, yeah. Get it. I said I'm like a dime. It's like butter. You know I'm even better cause I came straight out the gutter. Hey. Get it. Look. To the trap. Hey. Then I meet your mother. Yeah. Look. I say he know he need a down bitch. Pretty spicy brown thing. Ass he could sleep on in a pussy he could drown. And these hoes be coming at you. Don't you pay these hoes no mind. Have these bitches wanna fuck with you because they know you mine. If you ain't on the same page, then bloop bloop, watch me lane switch. Gotta be the only bitch. What the hell's the main bitch? If you ain't on the same page, then bloop bloop, watch me lane switch. I'm too bad to be lonely and too grown to be played with. It's the principal, ayy. Can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me, ayy. It's the principal, ayy. Take me to the trap, ayy. Then I meet your mother. You know a bitch is better when she wakes up at the cutter. Send out, take me out to eat, top, to leave. He said, why we gotta live to your thighs, a feast. He know how to make me smile, how to make me doubt. I be walking at the shower, he be tugging at the towel. Take me to the trenches, I don't never panic. Take me anywhere, just don't take me for granted. You can score me all you want, you ain't loyal, I don't care. My niggas and my food is just two things I can share, bitch. It's the principal, ayy. If you ain't on the same shit, watch me lay. I'm too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be played with. It's the principal, ayy. Can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me, ayy.
Okay, so clearly Miss Jackson is not featured on it with new vocals, but I do like the Pleasure Principle sample. I'm going to give it an 8, and I'm only going to give the record an 8 because it was hyped up that Janet Jackson was going to be featured on this album. And I came strictly to hear Miss Jackson on this album. It's been years, almost a decade since her last studio album, and I wanted to hear new Janet. But it's not a bad song. It's definitely something that I would play again. Because like I said, when I like something, I want to hear it again. And I'm going to definitely add it to my playlist tonight. So I can play it again. I might play it again before I go to bed. But I love how they use the sample. My issue when it comes to artists sampling other artists, in a lot of cases, they don't do the sample justice. I won't call any names, but yeah, but in this instance, I think she did cool with this particular sample. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Like I said, Janet Jackson was not featured on it, so we were conned. But we're gonna get into track 19. This is Trophies.
Cartier, that started watch. Hoes can't talk dirty with me and got the shit that my daughter got. Gotta call me Bugatti, but this shit look like a Autobot. I do not call the cops, it's on all the odds. This summer we pushing up with the good bodies and the good watch. And we poppin' big shit, ain't no hoe gon' do about it. Ooh, they tell you you look busted, baby, they some dolphins. Take a pop up in the hood because I'm really tapped in. Whole career's downhill like the slopes in Aspen. Those numbers ain't adding up, I mean the math and Aspen. Oh, bad bitch need trophies, hoes be real like losers. Bad bitch make shit happen, hey hoes make excuses. Very much paid, I'm very much it, very much bitch I do this. Bad bitch make shit happen.
Press. Cardi don't need more press. Kill them all, put them hoes to rest. That's what it's giving.
Bad bitch make shit happen. Hey hoes make excuses. These bitch shaped like turkeys. All my hoes got Berkeys. Sticks and stones, we break bones. All my knots so 30. I'm the reason that Vans be swooping. That's what I'm gonna stack them Cubans. And I'm like, how what happened? That's my birthday jacket. Bitches try to gas like me, now I'm back with kerosene. Bitch be ill, it's like milk. Ooh, it's the Dairy Queen. They share boots, I'm cute. And they look like a shoe. These bitch men are shape. I mean, hoes really obtuse. Like, huh? Like what? I don't wanna hear excuses. Like, huh? Like what? I don't wanna hear excuses. New AP, my trophy. I told you hoes I do this. Real bitch make shit happen. Hey hoes make it look. Bitches whack when Cardi is back. They taking place again. Bitches sick, bitches got germs. Can I play with them? Shopping back, I'm back outside. I'm in their face again. They online, they talking crazy. Now she escaped again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the baddest bitch alive. Hop up out the whip, I get a bunch of oohs and eyes. I can make a nigga rich. I could get a nigga robbed. If it's beef, we got sticks. I could get you shish kebab. Bitch ain't got no trophies. Hoes be real like losers. Bad bitch make shit happen. Hey hoes make excuses. Very much paid, I'm very much it. Very much bitch I do this. Bad bitch make shit happen. Hey hoes make excuses. Like huh? Like what? I don't wanna hear excuses. Like huh? Like what? I don't wanna hear excuses. They don't get back, they don't perform. Bitch be real like losers. Bad bitch make shit happen. Hey hoes make excuses. She gon' Cardi motherfucking beat, bitch. What? Like huh? Like huh? Like what? What? Like huh? Like what? Like huh? Like what? 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 Like huh? Like man, suck my dick.
She is definitely the drama. I will tell you, Trophies definitely gets a 7 from me. It's not my favorite track, but it's cool. It is definitely something to ride to bob your head to. I could definitely see people playing this heavy in the club. It definitely has that club appeal. I'm going to jump into track 20, which is Nice Guy featuring Tyler. And then after that, we have the last song, because I told y'all I was not going to play Up and WAP, called Killing You Hoes. And then I'll give you my full review afterwards.
Okay, London on the track.
Let me tell y'all something. She could have gotten Rihanna to sing on this. Tyler is cool, but I would have taken Rihanna.
been through it. If the ass with the hole, then I've been through it. It's a nice house that we got right here. I hit up, so drive my fist through it. Every day bad bitch get fumbled. Every day dumb nigga get humble. You broke my heart to pieces. Now you sitting there looking puzzled. I ain't staying here throwing a fit. I'm going out, let me throw in a fit. Some tight to show off the tits. You gon' be tight when I post up the pic. Let me tell you how this gonna go. You gon' keep calling my phone. I'ma keep pressing the time. Texting you, calling you, bro. That's how you know you gotta go. Double up, big going on me back. Tryna get your baby. And you know I don't play that. Hope I don't need payback. I can get petty, I hope that you're ready. Crazy emotional, know that I'm very. Let's see that I can get clean for this.
Okay, so mm, nice guy. I was gonna call it Mr. Nice Guy. I made up a whole title. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. I'm gonna give it a 9. Like I said, I could have done without Tyler. I would have taken Rihanna. But we're gonna get into Killing You Hoes, and then, like I said, I'm gonna give you my review of the entire album.
Look, God, thank you for making me the baddest bitch alive. Cute little aura, I don't know, I'm just a vibe. All white toes looking like somebody's bride. Bunch of black trucks looking like somebody died. I say a whole name, I'll just be doing charity. I'm nothing like you bitches, we don't got no similarities. Fuck all you hoes, DiiJai is rid of me. Fuck niggas too, cause why y'all so embarrassing, Hoes be shady anyway, she don't like me, but she would trade places any day. Are you dumb? Ass dumb, fat face, dumb, pretty. I never ever heard a nigga say he done with me. Come get up with me, baby, come get up with me. I think high key hoes be in love with me. Life is a movie, mine will be a sex scene. Hopping out jacuzzi, looking like a wet dream, looking like a check, looking like the baddest bitch a nigga ever met. Ghetto goddess in the flesh. Fuck you, nigga, I could give a fuck less. Nonchalant bitch, make a nigga triple text. Been running shit, still out of breath. Flexing on hoes, nigga, I don't even stretch. Look, I ain't come here to play, I'm killing you hoes. I go to work every day, I'm killing you hoes. Hopped out looking good, I'm killing you hoes. Let's just get this understood, I'm killing you hoes. Cute face, limp waist, I'm killing you hoes. Not a hair out of place, I'm killing you hoes. Bitch, make no mistake, I'm killing you hoes. I'll go to jail today, I'm killing you hoes. Look, I mean truthfully, what can these bitches even do with me? Light on the makeup, heavy on the jewelry. Steak getting tricked on, pussy getting licked on. Hoes always talking about me, know I'ma live long. Say what you want, but you can't call me broke. Bitches swear they will, but I know these bitches won't. I hope my name turn in a glass in their throat. When I put my hands on her, she gon' say it's unprovoked. But I'm just life living, yeah. I hear wine sipping, me and Hennessy just cosplaying white women. Balenciaga boots, a bitch looking nice in them. Diamonds do the fucking Macarena when the lights hit them. Bitches can't spit, I guess they gotta swallow. Don't play with me, keep playing with your nostrils. No respect for me, bitches wanting less for me. It's too late, bitch, I'm a whole success story. Everything about you bitches fake, I don't like that. Bitches hug you to feel where to put the knife at. Always been a hothead, now my heart ice pack. 40 for this Crockberg, now it's worth twice that. Drop top down here, flying in the wind. Cardi flew off, I had to buy them shits again. This is for them days I used to opposite of win. I'm just good at getting up and then trying shit again. Man, I got this from the dirt. Tell all them hoes that ain't shit ain't gonna work. Don't like me, but guarantee my name is in her search. Must got on notifications and alerts. Cause everything I do, I hit bitch, see it first. I ain't come here to play, I'm killing you hoes. I go to work every day, I'm killing you hoes. Hopped out looking good, I'm killing you hoes. Let's just get this understood, I'm killing you hoes. Cute face, limp waist, I'm killing you hoes. Not a hair out of place, I'm killing you hoes. Bitch, make no mistake, I'm killing you hoes. I'll go to jail today, I'm killing you hoes.
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is actually a solid sophomore album. I'm rather surprised. I'm rather surprised, not just by the production, but the lyricism. Cardi did her big one on this one. I know she had a couple singles prior to, like I said, Press, Enough, Miami. There were a few other singles. I know she had stuff with Offset, and she was also out here doing features for a minute. But this is a solid sophomore album. This is a solid sophomore album. I did have a couple of cuts that I could have done without. I definitely could have done without Nice Guy. Like I said, Tyler didn't add anything, but she didn't take anything away either. I could have had Rihanna on it. I would have loved to actually hear new vocals from Miss Jackson on Principle, but I also could have done without Check Please. It just wasn't memorable to me. And I also could have done without, what was my other one? I could have done without Pick It Up with Selena Gomez, and Dead was, it was all right. I understood where she was going with it. She definitely told a story with this album. She definitely gave us the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys, and now she's all in love with a new baby on the way with Stefan. My favorite tracks from this record, definitely Imaginary Players. It's the bass line, but it's also the sample for me. I really like Hello. Hello is definitely a song that I could hear the girls, you know, that's their intro. They coming outside. I also really like Salute. Salute was a bop. Safe, a bop. Man of Your Word, a bop. What's Going On with Lizzo and Shower Tears, bops. I really like the single Outside. I did like Better Than You. Better Than You was cool. And I liked On My Back with Lordy's. Um, and of course, like I said, I liked Up and WAP when they came out. But really and truly, this album didn't need them. This was a cool album without them, and like I said, without the aforementioned filler tracks, this would have been a solid effort, in my humble opinion. I would love to see, like I said, I guess the current single right now is the record with Kaylani called Safe, but I would love to get visuals for Salute. I don't think we're getting visuals for Outside. I would also love a visual for potentially Hello. Definitely Shower Tears. Definitely What's Going On featuring Lizzo. That's definitely going to be Cardi's pop record this time around. I would love to also get a visual for On My Back and Better Than You. Yeah. And Principal with the real Miss Jackson. Yes. Um, I don't know. I on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this album a good solid 8. 8, 8.5. It wasn't a bad record. Um, Maybe a little bit more variety. I think she did answer the question, am I the drama? The answer is yes. Yes, Cardi, you are the drama. You're not necessarily the common denominator in all of these situations, but you definitely play a role, sis. And yeah, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about the album. I want to know what you think about the songs. Which songs were your favorites? Which songs could you have done without? Who could you have heard featuring on this record? I meant to tell you guys earlier while I was listening to that last song. The last song, Killing You Hoes, I easily could have heard Rick Ross featured on that. It kind of had his flow. It would have been a great moment on the album. But like I said, I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. I am your cousin in music, DiiJai The Singer. Again, I think this is my longest video on YouTube yet. Sorry that it's so long. I just wanted to go and do a first listen with all of y'all. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, turn that like or turn your notifications on, and also hit the like button so you can be the first to be notified when I drop new content. While you're at it, go ahead and follow me on all of my social media at DiiJai The Singer. I love you guys. Stay tuned because I am going to do a review of her music video for Safe featuring Kaylani. I'll do it tomorrow when I get off of work, so look for that. And I also have some other content coming too. You guys also let me know if you want me to review each episode of Beauty in Black, or if you just want me to bypass it and we just talk about it. But I love you guys. Y'all stay far away from haters. They make you itch. Until next time.